So I know random and scrappy is something we all love the look of, but it can be very challenging for some of us to do, especially those of us who are rule followers or pattern followers. Shoot, we're probably recipe followers, right? I am one of those. And so while I love the scrappy look, I often feel challenged by it because my brain wants to tell me you need exactly 3 blues and you need 1 red, and it's hard to just kind of let it go and achieve a scrappy look and yet have balance. And so with our quilt today, it's actually going to be easy. It's going to be fun if we have a little bit of a system in place to do this. So the way I found that worked best for me is once I had ironed all my patchwork units, I laid them out in little stacks by type of fabric, so all of my exact prints were in little piles. And then I laid them out dark to light. I just thought, okay, my darkest blues, and then my mid blues, my light, and my low volumes. So I was then able to look at all my fabrics and think, okay, I would say about 75% of my fabrics are in the dark to mid navy range. And then I would say the last 25% are more those lighter blues or maybe even some low volumes. So that then when I was pulling my patchwork units for each block, I knew, okay, about 75% of these, give or take, it doesn't have to be exact, need to be the darker ones. So the way I did it is I actually pulled all the patchwork units for every single one of my blocks before I started sewing because I just didn't want to get to the end and think, oh my goodness, I ran out of my light blues or my low volumes 3 blocks ago. I didn't actually lay them out in the exact order they were going to go in the block, but I just pulled. So I knew I needed 18 patchwork units. So I pulled my darks, I pulled a couple mids, I pulled a couple lights, and then I laid that stack aside, and that was block 1. And then I did that the same, and I did it for all my blocks, so that then when I got to the end, I was like, okay, I need to borrow a low volume from this one, because I started out going a little strong, a little heavy in that area. And then once I had all of my blocks in my stacks of 18, then I took my first block and I laid it out. So that was the best way that I found to achieve kind of a random scrappy look, but on purpose.